397,755. That's how many Americans lost their jobs in the first 5 months of 2026. Companies blamed 87,000 of them on one thing: artificial intelligence, more than they blamed on AI in all of last year combined. But the firm that counts these layoffs added a quiet line under the number. Regardless of whether individual jobs are being replaced by AI, the money for those roles is. Read that again. The jobs might not be going to a machine, but the money is, which means a lot of these people weren't replaced. They were just let go, and AI was the word that turned a cost cut into a strategy. When Jack Dorsey told Block's investors that intelligence tools meant the company could run with 4,000 fewer people, the stock didn't fall. It jumped 17%. By the next morning, the layoff was a success story. And that's the small version. One company, Oracle, cut 30,000 people in a single morning, right after its best quarter in 15 years, to help fund a $156 billion bet on the machine. We'll get there. The cleanest layoff in history isn't done by a machine. It's blamed on one, opportunist. But if the machine didn't really do it, why is everyone so eager to say it did? Not. Is AI taking jobs? Everyone's already screaming about that. The quieter question: why has the word become so useful to the people signing the layoff notices? 3 receipts: what they said in public, what they filed in private, and where the money actually went. They don't match, and the gap is the whole story. By 2026, AI was the #1 reason companies gave for cutting jobs. 22% of every announced layoff, according to the firm that counts them, Challenger, not the leading cause. The leading reason given, nowhere to #1 in 3 years. Ask what kind of reason gets that popular that fast. And the people doing it have started admitting it. Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, the company that makes ChatGPT, said it out loud. There's some AI washing, where people are blaming AI for layoffs they would otherwise do. It isn't just him. A December survey of 1,000 hiring managers by resume.org found 59% admit they play up AI in a layoff because it sounds better to investors than "we overhired." Then it asked how many had actually replaced a role with AI. 9%. 59% say it. 9% did it. That gap isn't a technology story. It's a marketing one. Paul Osterman, an economist at MIT who's watched this for decades, put it plainly. AI is a perfect excuse to justify big layoffs. It makes it seem as if it's not our decision, not our fault. It's the technology. His point: they've been doing this for 20 years. Only the buzzword changes. Even the man who ran the biggest cuts walked it back. Andy Jassy, the CEO of Amazon, first credited AI for 30,000 lost jobs. Then he admitted it. It's not really AI-driven, not right now, at least. So why does the costume work? Follow the stock, because Wall Street rewards a story it likes, and we're becoming an AI company is a story it loves. Block said it, up 17%. Snap cut 16% of its staff, said it was leaning into AI, up 8%. For a minute, it looks like a law. Blame the machine, get paid. Except it isn't a law. Cloudflare used almost the same words, the agentic AI era, and the market torched it, down 24% in a day, the worst of its life. Pinterest, AI forward strategy, down 10 to a multi-year low. The costume doesn't save you if investors smell trouble underneath. And here's the tell that gives the whole game away. Duolingo's stock jumped 13%, not for cutting people with AI, for the opposite. Its CEO went on record to promise he was not replacing humans. Same market. One company paid for saying AI took the jobs. Another paid for swearing it didn't. The reward was never about the workers. It was about the word. Which brings us to the spreadsheet. If the machine isn't doing the work, where's the money going? Watch Oracle. On March 31st, it sent termination emails to as many as 30,000 people, 18% of the company, in a single morning. Not because Oracle was failing, it had just posted its best quarter in 15 years. The cuts freed up an estimated $8 to $10 billion a year. And Oracle has somewhere very specific to put it, $156 billion in AI infrastructure commitments, data centers, chips, a $300 billion deal to rent computing power to OpenAI. So, look at what's visible with the word stripped off. We can't see inside Oracle's head, and I won't pretend to, but we can see this. The cuts freed the cash. The cash has somewhere very specific to go, and the timing lines up almost to the day. The payroll shrank, and the data center budget didn't. That's not a robot taking your job. That's a balance sheet, and you can draw your own line through it. If that sounds like an accusation, here's where it stops being mine and becomes a paper trail. When a company runs a mass layoff, the law makes it file a notice. The WARN Act, New York got suspicious, and last year it added one box to the form. Was this because of AI or automation? First full year. 162 companies filed, 28,000 people laid off. Guess how many ticked the AI box? 0. Not one. The same companies that stood on a stage and credited AI for their new efficiency when a government form asked them to put it in writing under penalty of law. Every one of them wrote something else. Economic conditions, restructuring. Goldman Sachs told its investors the cuts were about AI productivity. Its legal filing said the economy. They tell you AI. They tell the regulator the truth. The ALIBI keeps 2 sets of books. Now the honest turn, because I came in ready to say AI does nothing here and the data won't let me. It does something. It's just smaller and slower than the headline. Stanford found the realest fingerprint. Early career workers, 22 to 25, in the most exposed jobs saw employment fall about 13%, while older workers in the same roles held steady. The damage is real, and it's landing on the bottom rung first. Anthropic, watching how its own AI actually gets used, found it does pieces of jobs, tasks, not whole people. And Goldman's long-range estimate is single digits of the US workforce spread over a decade. Real, narrow, gradual. Hold those 2 facts at once, because together they're the point. AI is quietly reshaping some work at the level of tasks at the margin over years, and companies are loudly blaming it for everything. Whole departments right now on the quarterly call. The small true thing is the cover for the big convenient one. And when someone tries to measure that gap from the inside, watch what happens. At Pinterest, which cut around 700 people for an AI-forward strategy, management wouldn't say exactly who was gone or where. So a couple of engineers did what engineers do. They wrote a script to count it themselves. They were fired. The CEO called them obstructionist. Sit with what that tells you. In the AI layoff, the dangerous person in the building isn't the one automating the jobs. It's the one trying to keep an accurate count. So, back to the question I left open. If the machine didn't really do it, why is everyone so eager to say it did? Because of where your eyes go. Say a robot took the job, and we argue about the robot. We argue about the future and superintelligence and whether the thing is conscious. And while we're all staring at the machine, nobody's looking at the spreadsheet. Nobody asks if the layoff was coming anyway. Nobody asks where the money went. The machine isn't the culprit in this story. It's the magician's other hand. You were shown the machine so you wouldn't look at the spreadsheet. That's the trade almost nobody noticed. We let one word turn a cost cut into a strategy, a layoff into a vision, a person into a rounding error on the way to a data center, and we applauded the innovation while we did it. Here's a prediction I'll date so you can hold me to it. By the end of 2027, the gap widens, not closes. Companies keep citing AI for layoffs faster than the measured task-level displacement can justify. The legal filings keep saying economic conditions while the press releases say AI. And entry-level postings keep quietly trading. Write the first draft for check what the AI wrote. Confidence, 70%. If the claims and the receipts converge instead, I'll show you the miss. So next time a company tells you a machine took the jobs, you don't have to believe it and you don't have to dismiss it. You can just check. Was there a profit problem under the layoff? Where did the saved money go? To shareholders or to a chip order? And what did they write on the form they had to sign? The word AI on a layoff isn't a fact. It's a claim. Treat it like one. If this changed how that headline reads, subscribe, because the next one goes at the thing underneath the costume. Not whether AI is the excuse, but what happens when it's finally, genuinely the cause. The day the machine stops being the alibi and starts being the answer. Until then, when they point at the machine, look at the hand that's pointing.